Let me
Okay.
just run.
Okay, well, I just hit start broadcast. Well, Dave and I can talk. You can go, Chris.
Okay,
Yeah, he'll come back.
All right, Dave, you want to start us off? We're doing an impromptu podcast with all the great news we got today.
Yeah, welcome to Living Room Clutter, episode 47.5, a special edition. Joining me is Sid Masand. I'm joining remote via Lakewood, Ohio, on the move because, I have a life and stuff to do.
I know, Dave, you should be like there at my call. I'm like, come on, we're doing a podcast. And you're like, no, I have to work.
I mean, this started just about at the right exact moment. Like, I have to cross the street. Hold on, crossing the street at the same time.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit by. We're gonna see Dave get hit by a car on live streaming.
Well, apparently I gotta buy a stupid Power Gig shirt. So.
Hey, let me ask you something. If you're on Wi-Fi, like, do you have Wi-Fi in your whole center of your city?
No. I'll be on Wi-Fi as soon as I hit the house. The house is literally like I'm 20 houses away.
Oh, 20 houses away. Okay, and we're here with Chris too, who's been on our podcast I think once before. Huge rock band fan and fellow Canadian, which is good too.
Chris, can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Chris? He's just getting set up. He has to get
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So, should we just dive right in? Like, what were your guys' expectations going into PAX East? Like, what did you think they were going to announce?
I mean, I said this last week. I didn't think anything was coming. I thought this is just like, they're going to announce something like JB, Justin Bieber, and, we're going to get some bad DLC, and that was it. I thought that was going to be fine. Maybe some new instruments from PvP. I swore up and down that we weren't getting online play, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, literally, like, it was funny. That guy, Wario64, tweeted out that, they're going to make an online play announcement. And I was like, no way. But I'm like, they could. And then, I noticed, and I've noticed this for about the last month or so, they've had a job opening for a network programmer on Harmonix's site. But I'm like, well, it doesn't necessarily mean they're looking to make online play, but I think that blew everybody away. Like, for those who haven't seen the news, like, Harmonix announced online play is coming back to Rock Band 4 this holiday season.
This is huge. This is the relaunch of the game that we deserve. Now look, I'm the dude who always brings this up, Like, I have to be the bad guy here. Let's be honest. Rock Band 4 in its current state isn't perfect without online play, let alone their online features that exist now.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, like, it's funny because, like, I can't wait to play with Dave and the rest of our audience. And I am so excited for that first song we boot up, and where you or I get disconnected 7 times in the first song. Because the online play's broken.
Like, it's gonna happen.
I'm super excited for online play, but I'm also skeptical because they can't even get the social features right with the game. So I'm a little skeptical. I'm not getting my hopes too high up, but I'll tell you what. Maybe let's do a rundown of the news, and then we can discuss it. Just because there's still a bunch of other announcements they made, and I'll tell you what. For anybody who's a critic of the game or a cynic, I think Harmonix came back and they basically left all the cards on the table, or actually most of the cards, and they said, listen, we're going to do all this awesome stuff you guys have been asking for, and they delivered. It looks like. So the first thing that they announced for the weekend was Battleborn characters were going to be available to play next month as part of the monthly update. Are you guys Battleborn fans?
No, not myself. I mean, for me, it's yay, but okay. Like
I was hoping for Brothers in Arms. I love Brothers in Arms from Gearbox, and they're supposedly making a new Brothers in Arms. So I was hoping that would be a cool crossover. But if you've seen the trailer for the Battleborn characters, it's pretty funny to see them play Rock Band on stage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I rank it right up there with, for me anyway, for brutal mode. It's something that it's just like, but your core features still aren't there. Like, I mean, obviously we haven't gotten to it yet, but practice mode is now have announced. Now you have online play. I mean, I don't mean to spoil Midget's tricks, but I mean the Ion support now as well too. I mean, those two things with the online play and Ion, those are the two bread and butter. Pardon me, practice mode.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of guys said that. I guess Dave, are you a Battleborn fan? I should ask first.
I had no idea even what Battleborn is.
I thought you were up on all these kind of games. I had no idea what it was until they announced, these characters are available. But I think we're going to see more of these crossovers. Like, we had Psychonauts, they had Fallout 4. maybe they'll do like another one.
Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake. Yeah, I bet you Nathan Drake will it be playable on the Xbox One? That's what's going to be a question.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Yeah, so they also talked about Ion support for Xbox One is coming. PDP is making an adapter. They didn't give any other further details, but I would imagine the adapter is probably the same price as what the Legacy adapter is. And they also said we actually had a roadmap on the PowerPoint presentation. I'm sure somebody has filmed the entire panel. It's probably going to go on YouTube sometime in the next 24 hours. But basically, next month, we're going to get double bass support. So you can play Justin Bieber songs on double bass if you ever wanted to.
Woohoo!
You can play all the pop music on double bass. I don't really care about double bass. Like, I'm surprised there's a large amount of people who will actually use it. I doubt there will be. It'll be like brutal mode. It'll be even less number of people who will do double bass than the number of people who play brutal mode.
Better yet, it's like online play. Only 10% of us will use it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? And the other thing they announced too is in June we're going to be getting practice mode. They showed off a trailer of it that's up on my channel, and they've enhanced practice mode. So basically now I don't think you can do practice vocals on like the previous Rock Band games. Am I correct?
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I don't think you ever could do that before.
And now you can actually play with the vocals. Then you can change the pitches too and stuff, and you can actually do the harmonies as well, which is really cool. And I think that's something I'll give props to Harmonix. Anytime they've actually been bringing back old features, like whether it's practice mode or set list, they've actually enhanced them. So they're not just the same features; they're actually improved.
Look, you guys are getting a tour of my house.
I know, we're getting a tour of Dave's place where he plays Rock Band 4.
Hi! Here's a burrito! I'm live on the internet!
So yeah, we talked about, and the other thing that they also talked a bit about was monthly updates are going to end after July. So just for a couple months, they're going to be off, just probably because they want to put all their attention on the fall update. And hey, how's it going?
He says, how's it going?
I'm about to shout out on some Chipotle.
Love you, have fun.
So let's talk about the what do you guys make of the news that we talked about so far? Like, are you guys excited about practice mode, or you guys are like, you didn't use practice mode a whole lot?
I'm actually excited about it. It got frustrating for me, just like whether it be failing out or it gave you the opportunity to really go through a song and really dissect it and learn how to play the parts without throwing something against the wall.
Yeah, I can imagine for sure. Like practice mode, I didn't use a whole lot, but there were certain sections of songs where I wanted to like master them, like "Rope" by the Foo Fighters, like that stupid ride and snare pattern. That was always useful to have practice mode to actually like slow down parts of songs and figure those out, or do like really difficult fills. I gotta say though, I think it's probably going to be nice that they're not doing any more updates after July for a couple months, just so we know they're focusing all their attention on the fall update and online play.
Yep, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what they even teased? They said online play is not even the big feature that we've been teasing for a month.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that, Dave. So
Josh, they need to stop.
Josh is like, online play is not even the big feature we were teasing. There's a huge update. In fact, the update that's coming this fall is basically going to be like an add-on to Rock Band, or an expansion, you could call it.
Yeah, because I read that and I wasn't sure when that statement was made, whether it was, pre all of the stuff that we talked about, or if there was something after the fact. And I was like, really? Like, that's it was surprising to me.
Yeah, and you know what? They even teased a bit about what the fall update's going to have. Like, it's going to have new song sorting options, which will probably be similar to what we had in Rock Band 3, but it'll probably be improved, which I think is probably safe to say. They also gave a bit of a timeline. So the fall, we're going to see the expansion pack. We're going to see the library enhancements, and then we're going to see the Ion adapter. And then holiday of this season, we'll see Synchronous online multiplayer.
Yeah.
Sorry,
go ahead.
Sorry, no, you go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say, did they mention anything? Is this going to be like a premium service? Is it going to be something that they're going to charge people for, or is it just anybody and everybody? Like, for example, if you have a Xbox Live account or anything like that.
You know what? It's hard to say. All they said is the heavy hitter is that they've brought a lot of free post-launch content to Rock Band 4. The expansion pack's going to keep the updates coming in 2017. The big update that we're talking about now comes around the holidays and brings online multiplayer. And then, but they also said there's something else that's going to change the way you play Rock Band. And I think it's probably along the lines of Brutal Mode. Like it'll be a new mode or modes possibly that maybe it's a new way of playing Rock Band. And I'm kind of curious to see what that is. I don't know. I don't have a good imagination. Maybe you guys do.
I've got a question.
Sure.
I saw that they said they're going to improve the online, which is fantastic, right? Because honestly, the online mode is lacking in Rock Band 3, which is why only 10% of people used it.
Yeah.
Now what I want, because I know at least somebody at Harmonix, at least one person listens to this show, and if they're working on it now, there's still time. We need a Battle of the Bands tournament mode.
They had that in Rock Band 2, I think, didn't they?
Not really fleshed out though. Like I want everybody to be able to enter as their band into the Living Room Clutter Band Festival, and people be able to compete on a set of songs that you and I get to determine together, Sid, and you, me, and maybe Chris and probably Josh, or not to leave anybody out, Keith, anybody who's been on the show, and then another group can set up a band and we can compete to who can get the higher score. Like,
I mean, maybe they'll bring back I think Rock Band 2 had weekly challenges, or Rock Band 3 had weekly challenges, and now the community has made up these challenges like on Reddit and stuff. So I think Harmonix is probably going to be doing more of that, I imagine. But they said, wait till E3 and we'll be revealing more. And they also said that you can give thumbs up and thumbs down to songs too. It's kind of like that. Remember that old rating in Rock Band 4 or Rock Band 3? You could do like 5 stars when you're done the song, or depending on how much you like it. Which
that's a lacking feature missing.
Yeah, and I mean, what do you guys want to see with online multiplayer that you didn't like in past games?
Sorry, go ahead, Jake. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Chris.
No, the only thing the big thing for me, and we sort of touched on it online a little bit earlier, is cross-platform compatibility, which really wasn't there in the past. But for me, to be able to play with you, because I'm an Xbox guy, right?
Right, and I think Keith's an Xbox guy. Josh is not. John Guy is not. John Guy's he's not. He's a PS4 guy too. So yeah, I mean, we have all these guys we interact with online talking about how much we love Rock Band. Well, it would be awesome if we could just play cross console.
To me, that's the that's the light at the end of the tunnel that I want to see.
I agree with that. The other thing I would like is friends to be able to play your DLC.
Yes. Absolutely, yes. Well said. Well said.
That is a cool idea. I do like that. I think that.
I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen. No, I don't think that's going to happen. The one thing I think somebody talked about, and I think the guy from Harmonix hinted at this. So if you're playing online with somebody, say if I'm playing with you, Dave, and like you have a bunch of songs that I don't own, those songs don't even show up in your song list. Like if you played past games, they'd be like grayed out or something.
No, that's good.
It'll make sorting the songs and going through them much easier.
It would also it'll also piss me off less.
Yeah. I also wish that another feature I'd want to see, and this is really mean, but I mean, like, I wish you could sort by like guys who have DLC and guys who don't. I'm sure you guys experience the same thing when you play Rock Band 3 online, or 2 online, or 1 online. You would never find people who had DLC, or it'd be very rare. Like the best place to go find people with DLC was dlcquickplay.com, and that was it.
You found somebody and then agreed to play with them, and then went and found them.
Yeah, exactly.
You couldn't basically fill in your bands with random people, because if you played Rock Band 1 online, you got stuck with the same 40 songs on the disc. And holy crap, guys, we really don't want to play the 64 songs on the disc. I know that they're the greatest Rock Band library ever created for a Rock Band game ever, remember? But like,
it is the best set list we've ever had.
I mean, I will absolutely lose it if I get. I mean, I'm going to play with you, Sid. It's going to be fine. But
yeah, and you know what? The other thing I really want to improve, and one thing I hated with Rock Band 3, was the in-game communication. Like, I think you could talk if you had a microphone, but like a lot of times guys will play Rock Band, like if you're a drummer, they don't really have a microphone with them. So the guy I'd always play with, because he had DLC, we'd go to like the PlayStation message. You could send the private messages.
Oh yeah, I did this
that
too.
Way, and it was so cumbersome. I hated that. You'd have to like hit the home button, go out. I don't know if that's the same on the Xbox, but it's a nuisance. Like I wish there was an in-game chat where you could do that. And
I bet. Well, we can do that across party chat. Like, isn't that a thing on PS4? Like now. I don't know. I don't play
I'm
anything online.
Yeah, I don't really play much on PS4. But I mean, that's another thing, and I think it'd be cool if you could play shows mode and like all the other play brutal mode if you online as well, and yeah, I think that would be really cool too. Like if you could do that kind of stuff.
Actually, I think brutal mode becomes an actual viable feature for people who care if you can play online.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I mean, who cares about playing brutal mode alone? Like, if there's somebody out there, we have an audience of people who listen to the show. Please tell us. Tell me there's somebody out there, and send me a picture of all your Crimson Stars, because I don't see anybody who cares about that.
I see it sometimes, but it's pretty rare. The other thing I'd love to see is, and I don't know if you could do this in Rock Band 3. Could you share your set list online? Like if you're playing with you, Dave, you could see my custom set list I made, and then we could play it.
I don't know, but the cat wants to say hi. No, I don't think you ever could do that. It'd be cool if we could.
Share I thought you could upload your set list or share it online, but I don't know if you could like have your friends play your set list. But I think that would be a cool feature too, to like share set lists.
Yeah, no, I'd be all for that. Kitty, you really need to stop because you're walking on my cords, and then I can't talk.
So, I mean, what are some of the other features you guys want us to do online play?
I'm waiting to see you, Chris, because I feel like I'm honestly happy. I'll say this: I'm honestly happy if online play comes back from Rock Band 1. Like if that was all I was getting, as long as I can play a freaking if Sid and I can be like every Thursday or something night, Sid and I are gonna play a band tour career mode together, and we're gonna live stream it together. Like if that is literally all I get, then I'm content. I'm happy. I don't.
And you know what's awesome? I'll never have to ask my friends to play Rock Band with me ever again in person.
Yeah, because guess what? You can just, hey Dave, what are you doing? I'll be like, I'm playing Rock Band. He'd be like, wait, you're playing Rock Band? I'll be like, yeah, I'm playing Rock Band. You'll be like, let's play Rock Band.
my wife will be like coming down. Oh, you want to play Rock Band? And I'll be like, oh, I'm kind of in the middle of a game.
I'm playing with Dave.
Sorry, we got a full band.
When was the last time we could say that, guys?
I know. When was the last time you could?
Like I'm convinced that guaranteed if we get cross console play, like even if we don't, like I feel like I'll always have somebody to play Rock Band with at like.
Yeah. Are you guys skeptical though that the online play is gonna be stable? Like, do you think it's gonna actually work?
I think after 6 months of I think by summer of 2017 I think it works.
And then do you think we'll get the exports before online play shows up?
I bet you we get exports the same day.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, this is my theory. I bet we get exports, we get online play, and we get online play exports and practice mode and set lists all on the same day. Even if they say they're coming in the next 2 months, I think that's a load of shit.
I hope they haven't bitten off more than they can chew, because like the leaderboards still don't work. I've actually went back to playing Rock Band 3. Like the last week and a half, I've been playing customs, and I love it.
Yeah, see, Sid, you're gonna turn around when I can play with you and suck, and we can get 3 stars and everything.
Oh, the other big announcement. Well, it wasn't a big announcement. They announced a DLC for this week, and I guess 2 of the songs, right? So we got the Romantics, What I Like About You. We got Weezer, Dope Nose. I was not expecting that song. That was in Guitar Hero Van Halen, and it's a custom too. It's a pretty good Weezer song if you're a fan of the band. And then we also got Redneck by. So it's 3 songs coming this week. Yeah, more rock, which is nice. I mean, we've had so much pop and stuff.
JB, man, JB.
Hey, Chris, are you buying like Justin Bieber because you have kids and stuff?
You know what? I took your advice actually, and we, I've come home a few times, and the windows have been shaking to what is it? Best song ever and stuff like that. So, and I'm very proud of my kids. What's that?
The SpongeBob best song ever?
Yeah, that's right.
No,
the One Direction best song ever.
I'm sure it's that one.
I love that, and the one that's singing about being in love with a Krabby Patty named Patty. Man, that song is the bomb, man, my friend. I'm telling you.
That's funny.
You know what? I have downloaded the Justin Bieber DLC, and you know what? Like you were saying, Sid, it's not that bad. It actually is pretty fun to play.
I haven't downloaded any DLC since I stopped doing the reviews a couple of weeks ago. I don't know what the last one I did was, but I am going to download Dope Nose, and I am going to download the Romantics.
I'll buy songs again when my songs work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Fun fact, if you guys didn't know, the Romantics apparently sued Harmonix, or the publisher of Guitar Hero. Which Guitar Hero had What I Like About You? Was that Rock 80s?
Was that Rock 80s was the last Guitar Hero published by Harmonix. And it was Guitar Hero.
Sorry, it's Rock the 80s. So apparently the story is they got sued because the cover they did, and I guess this is how licensing works. Like if a band does a cover, it can't sound identical to the original. Like they have to change it a bit. And I guess they sued them because the cover sounded so much like the original.
Oh yeah, I remember this. This is. See, the weird thing is about Guitar
They sued
Hero.
Activision.
All the Oh, that's funny. Did Activision publish Rock the 80s?
Yeah, they did. So it says, in 2007, they sued them because the cover sounded too much like the band's version. And I'll tell you what, Activision got sued so many times. They got sued by Maroon 5, or Adam Levine. They got sued by No Doubt. They got sued by, didn't Courtney Love sue them too? And Axl Rose tried to sue them. And, man, they got horrible lawyers, I'll tell you that, when it comes to, like, you think you'd know, like, okay, don't put someone's avatar and allow them to play other people's music.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Yeah. The irony of it all is that Axl's lawsuit got thrown out because he was too late.
Peace and love.
I thought we were going to get a huge DLC artist announcement, and I guarantee you, to go along with the fall update, they're going to have a huge DLC announcement. There's going to be a big name artist that's going to, to celebrate the update to Rock Band 4. I think they're going to announce something big.
Yeah.
Muse, Guns N' Roses is off the table, guys. I think that's when we're going to see it.
Yeah, I think they have to, just because you are relaunching. It's quite honestly, it's Rock Band 4.0 Part 2.
Yeah.
If you will, right?
I was reading an article saying that the GNR reunion, the reunion, like part of the reason why they settled all this dispute between them is because the licensing became a huge issue between Axl and Slash. Like they couldn't agree on what to license their music to, and now that's all been like resolved. And I know people say, well, other members, blah blah blah, have to sign off, which is true. But I think who knows what better way to kick off a potential new single that they got coming out or new album they're working on than to have some DLC launch with Rock Band 4. Or maybe they'll just bring back Aerosmith DLC and Van Halen DLC and U2.
Yeah, maybe we'll just get Rock Band Van Halen.
Rock Band Van Halen.
Yeah, because that'll sell gangbusters.
Already available. You know, it was pathetic. It's sad that Activision was giving those games away with Guitar Hero 5 back in 2009.
Yeah, that's why I bring it up.
Like, I wonder at what stage they realized the game was not going to sell, and they just started giving it away. Like, they didn't give a crap anymore.
I wonder. I'm really curious if when they start giving away Guitar Hero Live. That's what I'm ready for. You
know what? We got to talk about this. I was going to do a video about it, but I guess since we're here, do you think that, okay, this is like the last punch? Like, basically, Harmonix knocked Activision and Freestyle Games out with this announcement today. I think Guitar Hero Live is basically, it's still going to be around, but it's just not going to be relevant, and it's not going to be able to compete with Rock Band, hands down.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%. It's
you know what I'm scared of? This is a dumb thing to be scared of, except I remember how last week I said I was looking at the trophies, and now I'm just going to be completely committed to Rock Band 4. Like,
right.
What if by the time I decide that I want to go back to Guitar Hero Live and get the trophies, that, like, they're no longer supporting the game. Therefore, there is no Guitar Hero TV.
I know exactly.
What do I do then?
I wouldn't be surprised a year and a half from now, or even a year from now, if the premium shows stop, or they start like staggering them, or they
I wouldn't be surprised if premium shows are done by Christmas.
Like, how is Activision making any money off them? Like, even when you go on the top most downloaded items, the Hero Cache is like, it's on the top 50 pages, but it's not really very high on there.
Dude, I played that game so little, and I've still never needed Hero Cache. Like, I've been able to get all the plays I wanted. I've never spent any money. And dude, that game is selling for $45.
And you know what? I remember it was half off. Thanks for sending me that link. I put it on the channel. Yeah, it was more than half off in some place. Some guys got it for $38.
Dude, people are getting this game for $38, and that's with the guitar.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
I know exactly.
That's less than the price of the guitar.
Yeah, okay, exactly. It's a fire sale.
They're done. That game is done.
That game is done. I think Harmonix did the knockout blow. I think it's over for them. Like, why would I want to go? It's kind of pathetic. If you would have told me back in 2007 that in 2016 both games would be competing to see to see who could make it possible for you to play with your friends, and it would take a year for both of them to do this, I'd be like, no way.
Go home, you're drunk.
It's like
actually, can I say this, that I think the only thing Guitar Hero really could do that I think Rock Band won't, and this goes back to you, Chris, is that I think it's more likely that Guitar Hero Live gets cross-console play than Harmonix being able to figure out cross-console play.
Yeah, and do you think that you're saying that just because they have the money and the development support behind them, or?
Yeah, I think they have the way that Rocket League works, right? Which is our really only cross-console play game that we can use as an example, right? Rocket League has its own servers that do its own things. Therefore, sending it off to be like its own, like here's Rocket League playing with PC players already on PS4, right? So, based on the fact that Harmonix can't even make leaderboards work, I think we get to a point where Sid and I can play online. I think us and our audience can play online, but I think it crashes constantly, and I think it's extremely buggy for the rest of the lifespan of Rock Band 4. I think that little sidebar that shows you scores of Guitar Hero Live people that you really can't play with your friends, I bet that list expands to every console.
But you know what? I don't even care. Like, does anybody really care if you can do cross-console play on Guitar Hero? Like, I can't even play with you guys.
No, but I mean, who cares about Guitar Hero Live at all? I'm just saying that I feel like it happens.
You know what I think the big announcement's going to be for the fall update? It's going to be Oscar's prediction of bringing keys back. No. No, he said what he said. They're going to do keyboard parts on guitar or something like that.
Yeah, he says Oscar said by March, which we're in April, buddy. Okay. He said in March they were going to allow you to play key parts using guitars. Bull. I called it as bull then. It's bull now. If that's the big feature, guess what? Harmonix, you're doing it again. Online play is a bigger deal than you allowing us to play keys with the guitar.
I mean, what does it surprise you though? Like all this time, like they were like, no, it's not off the table, but it's not in our roadmap right now. And then remember they sent out the online survey, and we should have really known then that it was coming. Like that was an obvious clue, but we're still like, well, they kept assuring us the opposite.
You know what? I think it's a situation where they really couldn't say anything, because if for some reason that they did have to pull it, then they would have egg all over their faces, right? I mean, exactly. I think it's really something that they've always been working on in the background. I mean, and I've said this to you guys before. I can't see a game that comes out with it like this year, last year, or even the year after to not have online play. It boggles my mind. And I always thought it was something that, let's put it this way, if they weren't working on it, then it's over. But my gut feel was that they were always working on it. Now I had no inside knowledge of that, but my fingers are crossed. So
I at this point I'm still convinced that we should have released Rock Band 4 for Christmas 2016. I still think the only reason we have it now is because of Guitar Hero Live.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
That is it, period. Keith, if you're watching us, come join us, because I just saw Keith or somebody posted something in our chat.
But I think they would have had to, though. I mean, even though I think we would all agree that the game was released early, how much market share would they have lost?
Well, I still think they've lost a ton of market share by releasing an undone game. Dude, no, but I bring up Rock Band all the time, and people are like, wait, that's still a thing? I'm like, do you go to video game stores? Like, do you walk into GameStop anymore, or do you not know what that is? Like, I agree with you, Chris, that I think they were always working on online play, but at the same time, as I also thought, I still kind of felt in the back of my mind that Harmonix was too small, and hoping that online play was being worked on was just a dream that I had.
You know what? Me too. Like I was like, well, even looking through the evidence, like, well, they did the survey. Why would they ask us what we want online if they're not going to do it? And then we have the network programmer job came out. the Wario 64 guy, although he claims that he wasn't acting, he had no insider information. He just assumed that's what they would announce. But he's been right about a lot of stuff in the past, like, and then they announced it. I remember I posted the video yesterday saying online play will be announced tomorrow at PAX, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're just trying to get attention. It's not real, blah blah blah," and it's like, totally called it, bitches.
Did you just drop the mic?
Yeah, I gotta take this mic and drop it.
Joining us, a friend of the show, K-Doll, Keith.
Hello,
Keith,
guys.
Hey, Keith, you got a smile on your face. You excited about the news they announced today?
I am. That was more than I could have ever hoped for in one sitting.
Yeah, I mean,
especially before
that was the first time where they announced stuff, and I was like, wow, they blew my expectations.
Yeah.
Guys, I hate being this guy.
Tell us how you really feel, Dave. Come on.
I still feel like it is my therapy. This is why we do this show. I invited Sid to do this show only because I needed somebody to talk to. Otherwise, I was going to go insane. The problem here is Rock Band 4, as it stands today, doesn't give me any confidence in this working. And I will say it 1,000 times. I love this game. I think the core of the game works. I still love playing guitar and drums. Like, I still think it's the funnest thing. It's literally the best video game I've ever played in my life. Period. End of story. Right?
Right.
But without the leaderboards working, like, please tell me you're working on that too, and please tell me you're working on the songs that still say I owe $1.99 to buy them, even though I own them. Like, please tell me that stuff's still sitting there. Like, that's priority. Like,
What doesn't work on the leaderboards for you, Dave? It works fine for me.
Every time I boot up the game, it goes online features unavailable, or reconnect, or
it may be a PS4 thing, but yeah, it's like, so every time I go to leaderboards, so I go down to one category which is like gold stars. It says, oh, to access, please log into the PSN, and then I go down to like total score, and it shows all the leaderboards. But then I go back to that one category, it says log into PSN, and it's just like, if they can't get that kind of stuff right, how are they going to get online play right?
Yeah, like, I still launch the store, and I still get, sorry, we can't connect to the store right now, and then you hit OK, and then you do it again, and you connect. Like, every time. I don't know. I'm still excited. I'm extremely excited.
But do you
exactly
think that is a consequence, maybe, that they're putting more dedication to online play than the leaderboards, say, than any other feature, where they may have some people working on it, but I mean, obviously they're not completely transparent to us. We don't know exactly how many engineers and what they're working on. Obviously, they didn't release the announcement of online play until today. So could they just be, circling the wagons, if you will?
And you know what? I didn't even believe the announcement. I wasn't even watching the PAX, like the Twitter feed. I was in my kitchen cooking, and then I see like Keith sends me a message on Twitter like, online play is coming, and then I thought he was like speculating. I'm like, I don't believe this for a second.
I got like, I look at my watch, and I see a message from Keith at work, and it says online play and Ion support for Xbox.
Yeah.
The dream is real. I'm like, the dream is real. Like, you're having a dream right now, Keith. Like, it's not real. Like, but you're dreaming about it.
I know, and I was like scrambling. Like, I had stuff to do, and I told my wife, like, okay, I gotta go, like, do a video, like, read all this crap, because I'm being overwhelmed with all this stuff. I read like Ion support. I read like the online play announcement. I read this major fall update, and then they announced that, oh, this online play is not even the major.
Not even the big announcement. Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap.
We know Sid was overwhelmed because he's like, "Hey Dave, let's do a bonus. Let's do a bonus hangout."
Yeah,
like, when does Sid send me that?
It's so funny because I say all you guys like, oh, we gotta do a video now, and then like you're like, you guys, I think it was Josh because he's busy. He's like, oh, I can do it tomorrow, and I'm like, no, we gotta do it now.
No, I was like, I'm at work, but as long as it's after 7. And I can do it from my phone. Like,
and those of you who just joined us, you might have missed the beginning when Dave was, outside filming with us, and he almost got hit by a car.
To go back and watch that.
Yeah. And then he goes into a Chipotle and orders his dinner. That was quite funny. While still being composed and talking about Rock Band 4.
I came out of the Chipotle when we started.
Professional.
Yeah.
This is
exactly.
I mean, if you watched my show yesterday, I was doing it from the porch, man. I'm just getting like, I'm gonna do this remotely. Like, you guys got this.
The porch remotely.
I sat on the porch, man. It was so relaxing. I got to do a show from my porch, man. It was great.
Were you guys like checking their Twitter feed, or how did you guys learn about the information?
I was
learned
watching Twitter. Yeah.
I learned from Keith's messages in the chat while I was at work.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping someone filmed it so we can actually see like everything. Like I understand apparently they were in a hall that didn't have the internet access where they could stream it. But I'm just hoping they'll just put it, at least have it videotaped and put it up on their website tomorrow.
Yeah, dude.
Something.
Yeah.
Because I need the great quotes like this is the only guitar you're gonna need for Guitar Hero of this console generation.
This is a good day, Dave. A good day. Calm it down.
We need you and your band online right now.
But you know what, Dave? I looked on YouTube. Like, if you look back at the previous PAX, like somebody's filmed like 2010 one, 11, 12, 13. So I'm sure somebody's gonna film it. Like some people already filmed them up playing like on the stage. So I'm hoping somebody was there filming.
Yeah, we need your band online right now.
But you know what we should do when we play online for the first time? You should play that Guitar Hero sound clip, and then like we can start playing the first song that way.
we should. This is it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be live streaming that moment. You kidding me? I'm literally wiring Ethernet this Tuesday just for streaming because this is the absolute confirmation that my whole life revolves around Rock Band again, and I'm happy.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm so excited now. Like I was telling the guys, Keith, before he came, that like I went back to playing customs for the last week and a half. Like I haven't picked up Rock Band 4 at all. And,
dude, I'm like I can play Rock Band. Not alone again. Like,
yeah,
I can play with. Literally, there's enough people in our chat at this point. I'm confident that at least one person will be around to play with at all times.
Yeah. So you guys want to? Here's some interesting tidbits that maybe our audience didn't hear about. So let's talk about the other stuff they announced at PAX East in regards to Rock Band. So they talked a bit about the differences working under Viacom and MTV Games and returning to being an independent studio.
Oh yeah, I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, I didn't. I just saw they were live tweeting that. So they probably talked about having more creative control, I guess, and not having this corporate overlord. They actually internally call Rock Band 4 Rock Band Forever.
I saw that picture, yeah.
Yeah, with the heart sign.
Oh, yeah, I saw that too, yeah.
Yeah, and then they also talked about, okay, now this I'm kind of a little upset about because they didn't talk to us. They said they talked about the Super User Group. It's a group of NDA'd super fans who consult about upcoming features.
Yeah, I'm not in that group.
I guarantee
Yeah,
you,
wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What do you mean? You guys are in that group too? Oh,
yeah,
geez.
like,
This is awkward.
Shut up, Chris.
I
Wow.
guarantee you I can name one guy who's definitely part of that group.
Oh, the
Oscar.
drum guy. What's
I
the...
played pretty hard. I guarantee you.
Yeah,
he was in
that's
there.
him.
Oscar.
Because Oscar, you think?
Yeah, other than his
Possibly,
stupid
yeah.
key, his secret key theory. Hey, Harmonix. Hello. I will never say a negative thing about Rock Band ever again.
Don't write checks that you can't keep.
Yeah.
Calm it down.
I bet you he was one of them. I bet you the other person was Bill TV Show. Like these are like really good players.
Yeah,
These guys
yeah.
are super talented. Like, yeah, like they play on expert and they can like gold star everything.
Bill
They've
do it
been
like
around the
without looking at the
community
TV. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they also talked about how they choose music for Rock Band 4 DLC. They look at the requests. They look at Facebook, Twitter, Spotify streams, etc., etc.
Yeah, this is huge. Although
Yeah.
I'm kind of sad that we're road crew members, but we're not in this secret elite group of people.
I
Yeah,
bet
I
you
know.
it's not like a big amount of people. I bet you it's
Probably.
like 10 to 15, like,
Yeah.
really
Yeah, but
dedicated people.
if we weren't doing this right now, I'd literally be doing another live stream about the ethics of gaming journalism. I don't know if you guys saw my Twitter this morning.
No.
The reviews for Star Fox Zero are driving me up the wall.
They're not that positive?
No, it's not that they're not positive. It's not.
Nope, I think we
We
lost.
just lose Dave.
Yeah.
Well, he was going off on a
See,
tangent. Let's go back.
Nintendo was like, nope, no negative words. See ya.
Yeah.
No negative words, yeah. So let's talk about. So, did you hear the DLC announcement, Keith?
I saw the picture. I want to say there was 3 songs. One, I forget the one by Weezer, but I recognized the name
Yeah,
when I saw it.
it's Dope Nose. Like it's one of their older songs from
Yeah.
it was in Guitar Hero Van Halen. I thought it was going to be a newer song, but maybe they took the hint and saw that the last song they released sold really poorly, and so they had to get an old one. It's a great song to play on drums for sure, and vocals. The Romantics, What I Like About You, which
I'll get
funny
that.
enough, we talked about before, the Romantic sued Activision for using it in Rock the 80s.
Huh.
And then God Redneck. Yeah, there was a lawsuit back in around the time Guitar Hero 3 came out. That basically their cover that they had was too close to the original version, so they got sued. I guess you can't do that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they also talked about what it's like bringing Rock Band to VR platform. They showed off Rock Band VR, but there's no videos of like what it looks like. But they're going to have some big features to show off at E3. They also said that the press at GDC said they got stage fright when the curtains opened in Rock Band VR for the first time.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that in a couple preview articles. They also said the team is talking about favorite stories from development, says naming movies and naming moves in Dance Central. That was a fun thing to do. They talked about this is how Brutal Mode came out. So they talked about a brainstorming session where one of the developers said, "What if we just took away the gems, the genesis of Brutal Mode?"
Yeah, and they said they used cardboard for their first sort of mock-up of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the prototype for Brutal Mode was 2 developers holding giant pieces of cardboard over the screen. And then they talked about telling First Party about bringing Rock Band DLC back and how excited they were personally as fans, which meant a lot to us. I'm sure Sony Europe was even more excited.
Oh yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
They can't wait to get it on their servers.
Yeah. And then this one we talked about last week. They talked about getting a suggestion for Last Call expiring DLC list in game on Reddit, and then a few days later it existed. And this is interesting. They said one of the developers said that they were on a live stream chat and they joked about getting about Sock Band being a thing, and then a fan mailing her a pair of socks.
He said, "Do you know?" I haven't checked it yet, but I know they did the Last Call thing with Rock Band 4. Do you know if they implemented that, say, for like the Beatles?
Oh, it's a good question. I don't know. It's a good
I've been
question.
meaning to get on there and see if there's any songs I want from the Beatles, songs, but I haven't had a chance.
Yeah, well, it's all the DLCs getting pulled. I don't know if we talked about that last. I think it happened after our podcast.
I think it was afterwards. Yeah.
Beatles DLC's gone. I should check if Dave's he hasn't messaged me, so. But I sent him that.
Maybe his internet. Maybe he lost his internet connection.
Yeah, maybe.
It's May 5th, is it not?
It's what?
Is it May 5th that they're pulling the Beatles?
I think that's what they said. Yeah.
It's May 5th, and I finally got to use that Ringo video where he's saying "Peace and Love." I finally got to use it. I was so happy. I rushed home I got to download that video. Yeah, so May 5th, all the Beatles DLCs coming off. But if you are a Customs owner, you can go play all those Beatles songs and more. And then they showed the audience a bunch of weird bugs, like weird green eyebrows on the characters. They talked about, Iron Drum support's a big one. Keith, what are you most excited for that they're bringing this fall?
I mean, I'm most excited for the online play, just because that way when I'm at home, I can play it. But I did call my buddy because he's the one that actually has the Ions, and he was super excited. He was very excited. He was ready to go buy an Xbox, a backup Xbox One, because he's basically borrowing my second, one, because my girlfriend's kid has one, so we didn't really need 2 in the same house. I was tired of lugging my stuff back and forth. I was like, just leave it here. And he was ready to go buy another one on his own just because he can use his drums now. But he was very excited.
That's cool, yeah. And the other thing that we didn't talk about, you can actually hide songs now too.
Yeah, I think they said that was going to come up in the time of the expansion. That was essentially going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be filtering ratings, hiding songs, and more. So they'll have more about that, and they're going to show a lot of stuff off at E3.
Did they say how they're doing the Xbox thing? Is it just going to be basically another wireless adapter with a USB?
PDP. They didn't say what it is. They said PDP is making an adapter. It'll probably be, I imagine, similar to the legacy adapter, and it'll probably cost around the same amount, I'd figure.
So it sounds like it's literally just a legacy adapter with a USB on it. So this whole problem could have been solved eons ago with a simple USB, and they didn't do it.
I feel like maybe Mad Catz just wasn't committed to it, or their engineers didn't think of it.
I wonder if they just thought Microsoft's going to let us do this. We'll be able to do this with a software patch, and it'll be fine. And they just didn't bother wasting the money throwing it on the adapter. And now it turns out that's what they had to do all along. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, there was a bunch of guys on the Reddit forums who they had some elaborate solution to use your Ions in the game. You have to basically take apart your I think Rock Band drum kit or something, and I'm not that kind of techie person, but
we looked at it because I've got an extra old drum kit to do it, and I don't have confidence we would have done it well.
Yeah,
but we did look at it.
Yeah, I mean the really expensive solution is just buy a brain for your Ion and then hook it up to the Guitar Hero World Tour, but that costs a lot of money to go buy and
And
find
you
those
still
little
can't
parts.
use the cymbals. It
Yeah,
only works for the 4 drums. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can use cymbals, but it won't detect pro drums. Because I know when
You can use them, but it would just be like a double yellow or something.
Yeah, that's all it is. Like that's how I played
Gotcha.
Rock Band 2 and stuff, and Rock Band 3 until the MIDI Pro adapter came out. So I'm kind of curious though. Like, do you think? I know there was a lot of comments like when Rock Band 4 was announced, and they said these features aren't going to be supported. A lot of guys said like, I'm not buying Rock Band 4. It's my Ions can work. A lot of people said I'm not buying because there's no online play. I wonder if they're going to see like a little bump in sales now with all the stuff they're bringing, and they're relaunching the game, potentially with PDP this fall. So I think it could be a good fall for this company.
Well, hopefully, just next year, kind of being the only ones on the block. Not having to compete with Guitar Hero Live, doing something. They'll be able to get out there and they'll be able to get people that maybe weren't really following it hardcore like we were.
Yep.
Like, oh, here's new Rock Band, and they'll actually get some sales.
Yeah, and it's going to be exciting. Like, there's a lot of other music games coming. Like, have you guys seen Thumper at all?
I've seen a little bit.
It's been getting like really good press coverage, really positive reviews. It's one of the more exciting VR games that I'm. Hey, Dave, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, so we were just talking about the new announcement, like with the Ion Drum compatibility, but we were just talking about the game Thumper. Have you seen it, Dave?
What's Thumper?
It's from one of the ex-Harmonix developers. It's like a VR game. You can play without VR, but it's like you play like this beetle that goes down like this music track, and you have to like turn corners and stuff. And it's been getting really good press coverage. It's coming out, I think, this fall, and it looks trippy like as hell. It's a great way to have a seizure, I'll tell you that.
Is anybody sad that we didn't get Rock Band
that.
Blitz mode?
Well,
maybe
who knows?
that'll be in the fall update.
It'll be in the fall update. I wonder maybe if you bug them enough times, they'll add it in there.
I mean, I feel like if we bug them enough about anything, we can get it.
Well, maybe they'll release Blitz, but now you can play multiplayer online or something, or play with like.
Dude, Blitz multiplayer is the only thing that's wrong with that game.
Yeah.
Like direct head-to-head multiplayer is all I want in Rock Band Blitz.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And then the other
What
thing
are you
is
on, your iPad or something?
Yeah.
I'm on my phone, but apparently the outlet in my office broke, so.
So let's talk. Then there's Harmonix Music VR, which is coming out, and then we've got. Is there any other music games coming out this fall? Oh yeah, we got Res Infinite. So there's some other music games, but there's nothing like that's competing head-on with Rock Band.
Right.
Yeah. So do you guys have any more comments on the announcement today, or we could probably wrap it up?
All I'm gonna say is I'm hyped out of my mind. Don't let me down.
Oh, Dave, you missed it. We were talking about the Beatles DLCs coming off the music store May 5th.
Yep, I need to go in and buy like
finally was able to use that Ringo clip. Oh, I was so excited.
I need like 2 songs.
You need 2 songs still? I never downloaded any of the Beatles DLC. I just have all the customs.
I only had like 2 or 3, so I'm gonna go back and make sure that there's nothing I'm like dying to have.
Yeah, I don't think I've downloaded any of the DLC, but I want to go back and touch base like Keith. So.
Yeah.
How long I got till May 5th?
Yeah.
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 May 5th.
May 5th.
So I was gonna let you guys know we film the podcast on Wednesdays.
Normally, yeah.
So next week I'll be here, but then the following week I'm on vacation for like a couple week and a half. So.
Which means I'll be here. We'll be doing it on my channel.
Yeah, and there won't be any Rock Band updates. Like unless I don't think I'll have access to the internet where I am, but.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna have anything major after all this news this week anyway.
So I think it'll be like DLC announcements. That's about it. I don't think there'll be much else.
They might have. Josh did say, or Josh put something on. I can't remember if it was Reddit or Rock Band forums, but it sounded like he was going to be around tomorrow to answer some actual questions about some things.
So maybe we'll learn some stuff, but I think it'll be like pretty vague. Like even remember when he was on our podcast and we interviewed him and we asked him about Ion drum compatibility. He's like, "Oh, we've got an exciting new front, or so we got something that looks promising." And then online play, he was like very evasive. But that's all cool. I'm so glad that I feel like anybody who doubted the game, they pretty much silenced those guys. But I heard that people on Reddit are still complaining, apparently.
What are they complaining about? I mean, what more could they want at this point other than things working that aren't currently working?
I don't get Rock Band Reddit. It's like a safe haven of pretentious Rock Band fans. Like, if you say anything negative about Harmonix, you get downvoted, even if it's reasonable and rational. And then even when they get this great announcement, they complain about it. So it's like, you can't satisfy them either way.
I think it's kind of weird, like that they. I mean, I understand being at PAX East there in Boston. I get, wanting to do things there, but they didn't even stream this. I mean, yes, we saw it, but it's a really weird way to get out the message of, all these things are coming, as opposed to like E3 where there's giant press coverage and things like that. I mean, they don't even have video of this.
But they even said, and I can't remember when it was, or in a blog, they said they're going to be teaming up with some press outlets, like as we get closer to them showing it off, to show off these new modes. Like, remember they teamed up with IGN to show Brutal Mode?
Yeah, they had that whole month. Yep.
They're gonna hang out with IGN and they'll call it a straight up online battle mode, yo.
Online RPG.
It's an MMO, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, online back is fantastic, but for me, not being able to play with you guys, although I think Keith, you're Xbox.
I am Xbox, and actually, I was looking at it today, like, well, crap. Everybody else, other than PNG, seems to have this on PS4. I was like, I think I did have the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3 version, but my problem is I can't get some of the exports at this one. I think I have Rock Band 1 and Rock Band 2, but I can't get Lego.
But here's the positive then here, guys. You've got PNG, you've got Chris and Keith on Xbox, you've got Sid, me, and Josh on PS4. Now we can have 3-on-3 Battle of the Bands between consoles. Now it's even more...
Did we lose Dave?
I think we might have lost Dave again. Nope,
Yeah,
his lips are moving.
His lips are moving.
Hi guys.
Oh, hello.
Dave,
There you are.
want to finish your point?
No, all I said was is there's 3 guys, meaning Keith, Chris, and PNG, who can play on Xbox, and then there's Sid, me, and Josh, and we can do 3-on-3 Battle of the Bands across consoles. It's a console war.
Well, the positive thing for me, at least, is if I do pick up the PS4 version, I don't need to bother with any of the instruments or anything like that. It's, I pretty much just sing, so my microphone will work just fine.
I think I am. You know what? I was really downtrodden, and like I didn't have much to expect from this announcement. But I'll tell you what, they have me really excited.
Yeah, this is huge, guys.
I'd love to go back to that video where I listed everything wrong with the game and see what they've checked off.
I think for me right now, I would say that I'm cautiously optimistic. I mean, obviously with all of the hiccups with the exports, with the lack of features and so on and so forth that we've had to this point, okay, fine. But right now, all the announcements today,
yeah.
I could not be happier. And cautiously optimistic. That's probably the best that I would say.
Yeah, I would say that too. I shouldn't be overly optimistic. Like we talked about, like online play is probably gonna be a mess when they first release it.
I would imagine right out of the bat it's probably going to be a mess, but hopefully with taking that the 2 months that they're not going to do updates, they can really work on it nonstop without having to worry about, we have to have this next month's update out. They can really concentrate for this 2 or 3 months and get all the kinks worked out, like the previous songs that we can't re-download and the exports working for everybody, so that when this does truly relaunch in the fall, there's nothing missing. It's, hey guys, for you people that were on the fence, this is a complete and everything you could ever want is here now.
Yeah. And so, guys, just to confirm, they have another major announcement in the fall that's supposed to be bigger than online?
Probably at E3, actually.
Yeah, it's probably going to be at E3. They basically said, stay tuned till E3. So this online play announcement is separate from the fall update.
What the heck could that be?
I don't know. Like, it's going to be some new game modes, I figure, and...
probably some more songs, too, kind of like the way Blitz could be exported into...
Yeah, maybe something like that.
Something like that.
I don't know. To me, though, online play was the elephant in the room. I mean, that's your big catch.
The one thing they didn't really say is whether the fall updates can be free or not. It seems like,
No, actually, I think they did. The fall update, like the online play, is going to be free.
Yeah.
Now the expansion pack is, I'm sure not, but they didn't give any actual pricing.
Yeah,
so
like the expansion
$30
pack,
or something.
The expansion pack is coming out different earlier than the online play, but
Yeah.
It sounds like they said, then the free updates will resume after it, and the way it's worded, it seems like you're gonna have to pay for the fall update, which I'm totally fine doing. I'm just kind of curious to know, like, what do they have in store for 2017? Like, after online play comes, and, what are they going to potentially add to the game? Like, I'm really curious to see that.
I mean, if they're looking at it as like a platform, maybe they'll start doing not so much like, like Rock Band, Pearl Jam, but maybe they'll start doing more separate things like, hey, we're going to add in, 30 songs from this specific group as sort of an expansion type thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we should, Dave, do you want to do listener feedback, or you want to wait till like Wednesday to do that?
I vote wait for Wednesday for that.
Yeah,
Okay, sure.
Wednesday they'll have hopefully some more clarification on some of this stuff since, you obviously kind of already talked about all the big news.
Wednesday we're going to need some big stuff to talk about. So everybody, why don't you tell us where you can follow you guys? Start with Keith because he came in last. We'll give him
last in, first out. So you can follow me at kdoll08 at Twitter, but yeah, you're not going to see much except for me retweeting Harmonix news lately.
Chris?
You can find me on Twitter as well too at RetroNerdDad or Are You Serious C, one of the two. So yep, there you go.
Sid?
Well, you guys can find me at Rock Gamer on YouTube or Rock Band Sam on Twitter. If you guys want to know where Peace and Love came from, it's go watch my Beatles Rock Band news video. I've got a bunch of videos covering today's announcement, as well as some videos of practice mode and the Battleborn, or what's its game? Yeah, Battleborn, whatever it's called.
The characters.
The new characters that are going to be there. So I've got gameplay footage of that too. And yeah, it's exciting time to be a fan. There'll be tons of Rock Band coverage on my channel in the coming months.
Thanks, guys, for listening to this special edition of Living Room Clutter, also available on iTunes, dayspace.com. That's DACESPACE. You guys want more stuff like this, go over there. Support the show. Write reviews on iTunes. Follow me at Dayspace. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday for another episode of Living Room Clutter, your source for everything rhythm gaming.
Thanks, guys.